Hi, welcome to this session hosted by the Systemic Design Association. Thanks to them for including us to the 12th edition of the annual Systemic Design Symposium. I'm Vikrant Mishra, an industrial designer and researcher. Today I'll be taking you through this bit of the session, which is a quick tour of emerging reservist cultures, a book co-authored by Marion and I at Fab Lab Barcelona. This book aims to inspire stakeholders, policymakers, industry leaders, researchers, and designers to develop collaborative production systems and networks which could design, manufacture, certify, and distribute the needed products and services when emergencies like the COVID-19 are declared. Let's get into it. As you get into the book, the first section that you'll come across is the index of the book, which shows all the sections covering what is a crisis, how do you classify them, how do you understand those situations and implement change, and exactly by making locally in such times. Now, as you delve deeper into the subject, you may ask, okay, emerging reservist cultures, but what is reservist? The word reservist originates from the Latin word servi, which means to serve or help or assist. The concept originated in various military contexts, which refers to a group of people that are ready to respond to emergencies as they are declared. We imagined this framework during COVID-19 to design, manufacture, and supply resources at a city, national, and European scale. We use principles and structures from design research to create conversations and narratives at various scales in forms of webinars, workshops, and chat series, the timeline of which you can see here, and we would discuss this further in the video as well. From the various ecosystems that we investigated, distributed design community within the Fab Lab network was one of the main ones. We had shared files for manufacturing for 29 designs of face shields, 3 medical gowns, 12 surgical masks, 6 respirators, and 19 other different kinds of equipments ready to be shared across the globe. As you get further into the book, you'll come across Resilient Maker Stories. Resilient Maker Stories was one of the initiators and chat series led by Fab Lab Barcelona, which consisted of conversations with makers, speakers around the globe around topics of makers movement in times of crisis in different parts of the world. As you get into the profile of the speakers, the section starts with the profile of the maker and their positionality and their profile. Across the book, we have used cards from the game and tool that we'll explain in the video further. As you get further, the section includes highlights and resources that they shared during their episode on the Resilient Maker Stories. You can easily just scan these QR codes and access these resources at your convenience point in time. Inspired by these speakers and stories, we took some time to reflect and frame different sets of questions that one may ask in such a given situation, whether you want to create interventions at a local level, an organizational level, or communal level. You can find these questions here. Next, we are finally coming to Atlas of Weak Signals. Atlas of Weak Signals is a tool designed at Fab Lab Barcelona to envision and come up with interventions and ideas with stakeholders in different sectors, in different scenarios, and manufacturing constraints as well. These are the different type of cards that you can see on the left-hand side of the page. There are 5 major categories of cards: products and services, emergency crisis, stakeholders, areas of opportunity, and alert card. If you think using a tool like this could really benefit your organization in coming up with interventions, please feel free to scan this QR code in the book and you can get this tool for free. This section concludes with a map of future challenges. These are heavy words, but you may ask, what are future challenges? In this context, the landscape of manufacturing and design has evolved over the years, and so have the challenges. This section elaborates on only such challenges and how could you overcome them on a systemic level. As you go further, this ends with an infographic visual about what a resilient community could look like. A resilient community is knowledgeable, healthy, can meet its basic needs, is socially cohesive, has economic opportunities, has well-maintained and accessible infrastructure and services, can manage the natural assets, and is very well connected. The book ends with a list of resources and citations that we have quoted and used in the book. You can always access these QR codes and citations to get more knowledge and understanding of what this topic entails. Like we know, crisis can be unforeseeable and can manifest in various forms. It's almost impossible to fully predict them or be ready. But rather than being ready for the unimaginable, could we learn from the past and be better prepared? The change is the only constant, and so this book manifests itself on emerging ways of fostering resilience. Thanks for joining for this session. I hope you have a good day.